Ever wondered what lurks behind the chilling stories we hear? From mysterious occurrences to spine-tingling moments, these photos capture the disturbing truths hidden within the tales. Now, our storyteller grew up in the heart of Arkansas, where every November, the family embarked on a hunting adventure to their cozy cabin near Mina. Built by their great-grandpa in '84, this cabin was the hub for family, friends, and unforgettable memories. Fast forward to 2 years ago, when our narrator, along with friends Austin and Cody, stumbled upon more than just deer tracks during a pre-season hunt. Venturing about a mile from the cabin, the trio stumbles upon a pile of rocks in the woods, a grave belonging to a certain Ed Crane. Curiosity piqued, they snap a few pics and carry on with their hunt. Despite Cody's attempt at digging into Ed Crane's history, the results were less than fruitful. 3 weeks later, with the modern gun season officially kicking off, it's just our narrator and Austin. As they plan their strategy inside the cabin, little do they know that the day is about to take a spine-chilling turn. Our narrator decides to revisit the stand they'd set up during muzzle-loading season, while Austin heads in the opposite direction toward a small lakey. The sun has yet to rise when our narrator, fully accustomed to the woods, approaches the stand. However, something catches their eye, the eerie grave barely visible through the brush. As dawn breaks, an inexplicable whisper scream pierces the silence, accompanied by a mysterious movement. Panic sets in, and the unnerved narrator radios Austin. No response. In the hushed woods, paranoia intensifies as the mysterious whispers persist. Even after daylight reveals nothing unusual, the eerie "Hey Caleb" returns. Our narrator, now on edge, abandons the stand, leaving behind a lost hand radio. The journey back to the cabin is a tense one, with every step shadowed by the unseen. Back at the cabin, confusion reigns as Austin returns later, clueless about the radio messages. The unsettling twist? As they discuss the bizarre incident, Austin's radio emits an eerie, organic screech. It's not static, it's as if an otherworldly creature is communicating. The two sit in silence, glued to the disturbing sound, which never repeats itself. Our next tale takes us to a cold December night, where Boredome led Friends Todd, Tristan, and our narrator to a nearby train station platform. Little did they know, this seemingly innocent adventure would turn into a heart-pounding encounter. As they strolled across a footbridge, laughter echoing in the chilly air, an unexpected stranger joined their shadowy entourage. A man in his late 30s, dirt on his face, wearing a black and white plaid shirt and ball cap, casually strolled behind them. The chilling surprise, he held a large kitchen knife. Panic ensued, and our storyteller, with a tripod in hand, led their friends to safety. Days later, a photograph revealed the man's lurking silhouette, watching and waiting. It's a tale that lingers, reminding us that danger can be closer than we think. Now, let's shift to a quiet North Carolina town where our storyteller, often home alone due to her husband's military duties, faced an unexpected menace. What began as a routine evening turned into a nightmare of mysterious noises from the attic. Simba, the usually gentle pit bull mix, sensed something awry. Pest control was called and traps were set, but the rustling persisted. As anxiety grew, so did the unsettling feeling that something more sinister was afoot. One night, a feverish storyteller discovered dirty handprints on the garage door, leading to a shocking revelation. A meth addict had been secretly living in their attic for over a week. The unexpected intruder had eluded both the homeowner and pest control, creating a tale that sends shivers down the spine. One night, as I drove back home, I played back the cassette tape. To my astonishment, a weary voice responded to my inquiry about anyone being present with a simple no. I was spooked, but kept going. Things took a strange turn when, back home, my decorative leaves started swinging on their own, and a plastic bag began crinkling and moving mysteriously across the floor. Then came the nightmares. I've always had this recurring dream where it feels like my eyes are being forced shut, accompanied by chattering teeth and a sense of dread. In that room, the nightmares intensified, with hands grabbing at me and horrifying faces in the closet. One fateful morning at 5 a.m., massive footsteps reverberated through the house, shaking it to its core. It couldn't have been Stephen upstairs. He was never that loud. Maybe it was from the nearby military base, but the rhythmic booming stomps seemed more human than anything military-related. The turning point came when, during a party, I snapped a picture of us in the living room. The image revealed bizarre lights and a rising mass of yellow light between Stephen and me that almost looked like a sinister figure with eyes and a chilling smile. Those lights never showed up in subsequent pictures. The most disturbing part? We never disclosed any of this to the next tenants when we moved out about 10 months later. Was it something from the graveyard following me home, or did we unknowingly share our space with a presence already there? The mysteries linger, leaving me thankful that I'm no longer in that house or area, but the unsettling memories still haunt me to this day. Our story unfolds with two unlikely companions. Let's call them John and Rich. John, 27 at the time, was navigating through a challenging phase in life, desperate for a friend. Enter Rich, a daring character with an unusual hobby, collecting fire alarms, exit signs, and other life safety equipment. Yes, you heard it right, a hobby that involves abandoned buildings and unconventional treasures. So, on November 18th, 2019, the duo embarked on a trip to Gary, Indiana, not exactly the safest place on the planet. Their mission: explore abandoned schools, with Rich on the hunt for old and rare life safety gear. The adventure took a dark turn on November 20th, around 7 p.m., when they ventured into the abandoned Horace Norton Elementary School. As they roamed the first floor, the doors were wide open, and the air reeked of sewage, skunk, and, well, you get the idea. Rich, true to his daring nature, started snatching down old exit signs. Now, John wasn't entirely comfortable with the idea, but in his quest for friendship, he reluctantly tagged along. The journey took them through the pitch-black cafeteria, with only their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The typical abandoned building scenes, graffiti, scattered desks, and books. But little did John know that his life was about to take a harrowing turn. In the gym, John noticed a trail of blood, and curiosity got the better of him. Following it, he stumbled upon a gruesome scene, a 27-year-old woman lying dead in a pool of blood, her arms positioned like a dinosaur, as John vividly described it. Shocked, he ran into Rich, who whispered, "Shh, they may hear us." Rich, instead of reacting to the horror, urged John to keep it hush, hush. Back at the hotel, John couldn't shake off the horror. He did what any responsible person would. He called the police. Turns out the woman, identified as Adriana Sao, had been missing for 2 days. Text conversations revealed she intended to buy weed and an iPhone, leading to a robbery gone wrong. The suspects, including the murderer, had dumped her body in the gym just a day before John and Rich's visit. The police swiftly apprehended the teen murderer and 2 accomplices, charging them as adults. The story hit the news, and John, understandably, severed ties with Rich. The haunting events of that night still linger in their minds, a chilling reminder of how an innocent adventure can spiral into the darkest depths of human depravity. And there you have it, folks. A disturbing true story with photos that capture the unexpected horrors hidden in abandoned places. Stay tuned for more spine-tingling tales, and remember, not all adventures lead to treasure. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.